Help support this channel and get a copy of the Book of Bushido. The video you're about to see is actually from the BBC archives, and it's their property, and it's old black and white footage of martial arts in Japan, which was obviously broadcast on the BBC earlier on.
Particularly the old traditional sports that are unique to Japan have not died out. Swordsmanship was for a very long time a serious business in Japan, particularly during the period of the samurai, the warrior class, who dominated the country for centuries. But, like fencing in Europe, swordplay eventually developed into a straight sport, an amusing way of teaching quick coordination between mind and body. These university students, and only a very small proportion amuse themselves rioting, are preparing to practice Kendo. They wear a breastplate of lacquered bamboo, a helmet made of cloth and leather with an iron visor. And on their hands, gauntlets of padded cloth. The bamboo sword they use is the same length as a real sword. Strikes count on the wrists, top of the head, both sides of the body, and a thrust to the throat. The practice is made more exciting by these splendid battle cries. Karate, unarmed combat, was also originally a very serious business. It's supposed to have originated in Okinawa at the time when the people of Okinawa were forbidden to carry arms. Their only way of protecting themselves against the samurai was to develop this form of unarmed combat. The main idea behind karate is to make your hands and feet so incredibly hard that they can serve as weapons almost as tough as wood or iron. Speed and maneuver are essential to any form of unarmed combat, and these students are just sparring. Karate has one grave drawback as a sport, because there can never be any real contests. The first blow landed in earnest is liable to be the last of your life, with your opponent dead at your feet and the policeman's hand on your shoulder. The maxim of all karate students is, practice karate every day, but never use it. This is like a boxer's punch ball, a wooden post stuck in the ground and padded at the top. The back of the hand is a mass of delicate bones, and to make it really tough, they strike the post 500 to 1,000 times a day. And this is what the back of the hand can do. It's shown in slow motion. In the same way, the fists, the knuckles are hardened. He is stacking tiles, the kind of tiles that are laid on Japanese roofs. Tiles that must be heavy enough to withstand frequent typhoons and winds up to 100 miles an hour. 7 of them. Kendo and karate, and also judo and archery, were originally connected with war. One sport, however, has no military connection. It is the traditional form of Japanese wrestling known as sumo. Underneath this house shrine, on the wall of a heiau or sumo training house, the young wrestlers are at morning practice. A pinch of salt is thrown on the ground. This is an old Shinto or religious form of purification. For sumo has existed for at least 1500 years, and the early contests were actually staged in Shinto shrines. The mouth is rinsed with water before a bout, another Shinto ritual. They face each other and crouch. A fight is won either by throwing your opponent, making any part of his body touch the ground, or by pushing him clean out of the ring, which, as you see, is very small. The simplest method of fighting, and often the most effective for a quick victory, is to use a series of swift slaps and shoves to get your opponent off balance and to try to prevent him coming to grips. One of the senior wrestlers supervises the practice. Punching, kicking, hair pulling, eye poking and throttling are all taboo. And yet even so, there are in theory 68 different ways of defeating an opponent.